here I'm showing you how you can make money off the property market over the course of 1 month, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, however long you choose to buy and sell your property for. So this is actually using a very interesting concept in mathematics known as the heat equation. Okay, so it's something called the adjusted heat equation. Of course, this is d nabla squared u. I'll get to that in fact in a minute. What it really is something like this. In fact, let me show you. So if you take a quick look at this function here, this is our heat equation. In fact, it's the basic heat equation that we're looking at, which tells you the property or the price of a property at a given point xy in a map is some exponential of negative d squared over 2 sigma squared. Of course, you really need not worry about the details. This is just left to the mathematicians, not really something the real estate agent needs to worry about. But very importantly, using this, what you can actually simulate is something along the lines of a simulation like this. So say you have a map of Mumbai. Here, this is a map of Mumbai on QGIS. QGIS is a famous mapping software. In fact, here this is our software QGIS, and I've just mapped out 3 points. In fact, in Mumbai, one in Bandra, one in Powai, and one I think somewhere in the Andheri East area. And it allows you to map road networks, train lines, metro lines, schools, hospitals, and even the airport, of course, and of course Greenlands as well. But very, very importantly, what you can do is that you can create a sort of heat map, in fact, using some very simple Python code, or rather, in fact, this is MATLAB code that has been imported into Visual Studio. And what you can then do is you can simulate how the property market, how the price of property changes over the course of time. So essentially, if you start off with a few hotspots as in these are regions which are high in property value, over time, because of the nature of the property market, these high property areas will diffuse their value to the neighboring regions, and thereby their own value starts to diminish a little bit, but it also improves the value of the nearby regions. So you start off with an initial number of small hotspots, and this gets more diffuse, and you get a more widespread, more diffuse distribution of property prices over time. So I'll show you what that means. In fact, here, as I run this simulation, you see the count of days improves and increases, while the maximum value, in fact, starts to drop because these hotspots are spreading their influence to the neighboring regions and they are becoming more diffuse. So you can actually use this. In fact, you see the average value also starts to diminish over time, but you can use this model to make money over the course of 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 months, even a year. So you can buy a property that's initially in a black spot very close to a hotspot, say this black spot right here where the cursor is. And then over the course of 2, 5 or 6 months, when that black spot enters a hotspot, essentially the heat from the nearby hotspots is going to diffuse outwards. So when that black spot starts to rise in property value, it's going to go from black to dark brown to brown to ochre, and then even red. Okay, so this can be modeled using our heat equation, and then you buy it when it's in the black spot, and you sell it when it becomes sufficiently high in property value, when say it becomes red or even orange, and then you sell it, and then the price difference is the profit that you make, and you can pocket the entire amount of the profit, of course. And this is how you can make money off the property market, especially in a city like Mumbai, where prices fluctuate and change quite rapidly, especially with the development of new metros and urban hotspots over time. All right, so that's how it can be done. And the equations we use over here are some simple partial differential equations, in fact. And it's not very hard to simulate this in a software like MATLAB, which we've just imported into Python here. And you can then use a similar simulation to this to actually determine how long you need to wait before you can sell your property and make a particular profit. This, of course, this model is very useful for property or real estate markets, or rather real estate agencies, in companies in a city like Mumbai or any other crowded city or any other city, in fact, even international. And this is how you can use mathematics, the power of mathematics, to actually make money. Thank you for watching, and I hope you use this method as well to possibly make some money of your own. I've used it to make a good deal of money on the property market, and I hope that you use it yourself to do it. Thank you.